Hey Socks, in our last video we covered how Renee, Chidi, and Chidi's sister were at the market in Nigeria. They were trying to buy chicken for supper, and it turns out that Renee had a bit of a hissy fit because she loves chicken so much. And we can see that by how in the intro of episode 2, she's not only taking care of a chicken, but she's putting a diaper on it.
No! Don't kill chicken! Yes. I'm warning you.
And Victoria knows my chickens are like family members to me. What kind of person would just kill somebody's family right in front of them?
The funniest part about this to me is that Renee admits that she eats chicken all the time. She just doesn't want the chicken's blood on her hands.
Do you eat chicken? Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Renee prefers American store-bought chicken, but regardless, the way that she reacted was socially unacceptable, especially what she said as they walked away.
That's messed up. I'd rather put him on the grill.
What? Comparing a human life to a chicken life is just ridiculous. Learn how to hold yourself better when you're chicken triggered.
Come this way. I'd rather starve. Come.
Renee said on Threads, "It's sad that somebody can't even be put on this earth for you, desiring you and loving everything about you, wanting to do everything for you and with you without having a bunch of unevolved heathens saying negative things about them being scared at the fact that I love that he's blind or that I love him as much as I did. I hope you do not find true happiness and peace within yourselves, only settling and surviving. You are the walking dead, heart, face it, clown emoji." She called us unevolved heathens. That is so funny, from the mother of two that's moved like an irresponsible teenager in this relationship and is still relying on her mommy.
Here I am about to fly all the way across the world, and I absolutely know nothing about Legos Nigeria.
You know what sucks, Socks, is coming to the realization that 90 Day Fiancé has unfortunately turned into 90 Days of Clowns, where casting prioritizes eccentric characters over a couple that has a genuine connection, and it certainly shows this season. And here's a prime example: Renee, the 37-year-old brat from New Mexico that had 2 kids out of wedlock and is trying to make it work with a Nigerian man that is Christian. And she claims that she's been talking to this man for 5 years. Interesting that you would talk to someone for that long and not look up a YouTube video about their country before going over there to Nigeria. And in a 5-year period, you never met this person in real life? When I was a kid, we called that a pen pal. So let me get this straight. The low life forms are using the fact that I don't like death and blood and suffering and violence and pain against me, because I don't want to see animals killed at the same time, set up by 2 people that I thought loved me and understood me. On the very first day of my stay, this is what they do to me. Wow, you are just as evil as them for not seeing past it. You've made piss poor life decisions, and it shows given your reality. It is idiotic to call the fans of the show low life forms when you're not beating them in any category of life. Well, Renee sure isn't acting like the brave little toaster right now. She's so butthurt because she was depicted as a villain on this TV show. Girl, that's what you get for signing away your rights to the footage. There was a whole process. You had to do interviews. You had to talk back and forth. It probably took you a couple years to get on the show with Chidi. And then you go on the show, you get a bad look, you want to throw a tantrum. Are you even going to get paid anymore? Like, that time and energy filming was for what, right? Because if we take personal accountability, you're the dummy head that applied to be on the show in the first place. If you don't want to get criticized publicly, don't go on a reality TV show. No one forced you to go on the show. We're fully aware that reality TV isn't reality, but in the real world, you honor your commitments. And if you agree to be a clown on a TV show, then a clown you shall be. Thy shall be made fun of at times. Renee also posted, "A real man would never have led a woman who loved him dearly on for years just to leave her a victim of a Nigerian romance scam." And then Susan asked, "Are you okay? What happened? I am so sorry that this has happened to you. I thought the 2 of you were really going to make it." And then Renee responded, "Bless you, so did I, and thank you. I'm shocked that he turned out to be the way he is." Heartbreak emoji. "The things that he said about me has shocked me to my core." The most shocking part of this thread for me is the fans' response. I thought that you guys were going to make it. They've given me no inclination that they're a legitimate couple. If anything, their foundation's built on being a pen pal.
Your sexy little strong arms there.
And you,
Nice and strong.
you have such a very nice cane, and wow, stuff from Tinder.
To be honest, you guys, this part of episode 2 took me by surprise. Given the way that she loves chickens, I thought instead of a we would hear a bok bok. Renee goes on to say, since you seem to be obsessed with making me look like a villain, I must point this out. On tomorrow's episode, I was set up 10 feet from where the chickens were being slaughtered. That way there was a negative reaction while he was telling me no, while they blur out the noises of the poor chickens crying while being killed. I, for one, do not like to see or hear animals suffer or in pain or being killed. But hey, maybe they got a negative reaction so you all can jump on it and take it as you will, with a smiley face. Okay, first of all, chickens are food and you eat chickens. Just because you watch chickens get slaughtered doesn't excuse your words and actions.
That's messed up. I'd rather put him on the grill.
That was just ridiculous. You can't compare a human life to a chicken life. One, something that I'm sure you're never gonna bring up on here because you're just trying to make yourself look good, which is the story of every NPC that goes on the show. Now, something else I will say is that the network should get involved here, because this is a cast member that's actively spoiling their segment for the viewers, which is unacceptable. Her pay should get deducted if she gets paid anything at all, and they need to make that clear. If you violate NDAs, there is consequences. And here's the worst part, Socks. Not only do you have crazy chicken girl, but you got Chidi trying to go for the narrative that she's dark magician girl, that she's this sorceress trying to invite cannibals and vampires to a feast, that she can do black magic, and she threatened that she can control or summon demons from her hoo-ha like the Red Woman from Game of Thrones. She bragged about having dark powers and threatened to summon dark forces from all corners of the earth against me and my family if she didn't get what she wanted. She even mentioned having a force that enters any man who has sex with her.
After 5 years, finally getting to be physical with a man that you love that much and intimate is just gonna be like, it's gonna take me out of this world. It's gonna be so amazing.
The primary issue is the decision not to have sex or share the bed until we are married. While this is a decision I have made, I want to make it clear that I informed Renee about this before she came to Nigeria. Upon hearing this, she reacted with overwhelming anger, threatening to cancel her trip and later changing her mind.
When Renee told me that she was coming to Nigeria, I didn't tell her that I would not be having sex and that she would be staying in a separate bedroom.
I recommend watching videos on stoicism. Try to take your emotions out of it and realize that you're clowns on a TV show that we're gonna make fun of for a period of time, and then we're gonna go on to the next couple that we're making fun of. My favorite part of episode 2 was when Chidi and Renee met for the first time at the airport, right away said that they love each other, and then he started saying, "You are big."
I like your hair.
So hot. Like very, very, very.
I like your hair. And, you look beauty.
And Chidi was saying things like, she's such a perfect example of beauty. He gave her a rose. He's doing a lot of the right things, you know, really gassing her up. Hey, as camera one rolling, you know, Aphrodite herself would be jealous of what you look like, babe. You are the epitome of beauty. We are worms in comparison to your light that you shine on all of us just by smiling. And then another funny part is when Renee and Chidi are hugging and she says to the audience that she feels like she's known this man in another life and she feels like home with him. Just more fluff. Let's call it what it is. Hey, remember when you said you want to slide it in gently? And I said, I've had better offers. It's been a couple years, but do you want to go on the show 90 Day Fiancé with me? We can rip Cloud and Money from the TV show. What do you think? Okay, all right, let's do it. Yeah. And just going based off of how this show has operated in the past, I'm sure that production had something to do with this in Chidi's ear. Hey man, it'd be really funny if you take her to the chicken market, because that's something I would do to stir the pot, to be honest with you.
Then I realized what she was doing, that she's actually trying to buy a live bird right in front of me and eat it for dinner.
My Wet Socks, let me know in the comments what you think about this dog water couple that has already violated their NDAs. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you got some spare coin, please check out our Yourwetsock channel membership program for the custom emojis, the exclusive content, all that free videos, 10 out of 10, totally worth.